Hello, I'm Martyn Perkins, and in this programme, there'll be some music that reflects our nautical and maritime heritage and our connection with the sea. Living on the island, the sea plays a big part in our lives and also in our maritime history. We're going back to the Battle of Trafalgar, Captain Quilliam, to the Sir William Hillary, the 200 years since the founding of the RNLI, the wreck of the herring fleet, the Wanderer, the trawler from Peel that rescued people from the sinking Lusitania. It's all there. And I've put together some music that actually reflects our sort of thinking about the sea, and I hope you'll enjoy the tracks. What better to start off than Rod Stewart's I Am Sailing?
I am sailing, I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high clouds to be near you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night, far away? I am dying, forever crying, to be with you. Who can say? Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night, far away? I am dying, forever crying, to be with you. Who can say?
That was Rod Stewart and his track Sailing. from the LP Atlantic Crossing, which was released in 1975, a long old time ago. And I remember it distinctly because it was played an awful lot when the task force was returning back from the Falklands, and Sailing Home was a very emotive track. It's got lots of memories for lots of people, particularly people in the armed forces. And I think it's only appropriate that we now move on to A Life on the Ocean Wave, played by the mass bands of the Royal Marines. A Life on the Ocean Wave. You can almost feel the sea breeze and taste the salt when you listen to that bit of music. So now coming on to that lovable old rogue, Captain Pugwash, something completely different. And Captain Pugwash was created by John Ryan back in 1957. And he wrote various books and created the TV series with very basic puppeteering and sort of animated bits of cardboard that were painted in the early days. And it gradually went on to be a real favourite. The Adventures of Captain Pugwash and the cabin boy who kept him on the straight and narrow, Tom the cabin boy, and his arch enemy, Cutthroat Jake. What was Jake's ship called? I think it was called the Flying Pig. That was dear old Captain Pugwash, the most inept sea captain you could ever imagine. Another inept sea captain appears in HMS Pinafore, which is Sir Joseph Porter, the ruler of the Queen's Navy, and he tells you how he achieved that status. And the song is sung by a guy called Laurie Murdoch, and his diction is absolutely superb. You can hear every word he sings.
When I was a lad, I served a term as office boy to an attorney's firm. I cleaned the windows and I swept the floor, and I polished up the handle of the big front door.
He polished up the handle of the big front door.
I polished up that handle so carefully that now I am the ruler of the King's Navy.
He polished up the handle so carefully that now he is the ruler of the King's Navy.
As office boy, I made such a mark that they gave me the post of a junior clerk. I served the writs with a smile so bland, and I copied all the letters in a big round hand.
He copied all the letters in a big round hand.
I copied all the letters in a hand so free that now I am the ruler of the King's Navy.
He copied all the letters in a hand so free that now he is the ruler of the King's Navy.
In serving writs, I gained such a name that an articled clerk I soon became. From clerk, I followed the shortest route to the pass examination at the Institute.
To the pass examination at the Institute.
That pass examination did so well for me that now I am the ruler of the King's Navy.
That pass examination did so well for he that now he is the ruler of the King's Navy.
Of legal knowledge I acquired such a grip that they took me into the partnership, and that partnership till then had been the one and only ship that I ever had seen.
The one and only ship that he ever had seen.
But that kind of ship so suited me that now I am the ruler of the King's Navy.
But that kind of ship so suited he that now he is the ruler of the King's Navy.
Mr. Joseph, final question.
I grew so rich that I was sent by a wealthy member into Parliament. I always voted at my party's call, and I never thought of thinking for myself at all.
He never thought of thinking for himself at all.
I thought so little they rewarded me by making me the ruler of the King's Navy.
He thought so little they rewarded me by making him the ruler of the King's Navy.
Now landsmen, all whoever you may be, if you want to rise to the top of the tree, if your soul isn't fettered to an office stool, be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Be careful to be guided by this golden rule.
Stick close to your desks and never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the King's Navy.
Stick close to your desks and never go to sea, and you all may be rulers of the King's Navy.
If you've just joined the programme, you're listening to me, Martyn Perkins, and I'm playing a selection of music that is connected to the sea or has a maritime or nautical connection of some sort. There are all sorts of genres, and we're going to have a bit of soul now with Otis Redding and his Sitting at the Dock of the Bay.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I've had nothing to live for, and look like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing's gonna change, everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Listen, sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. Listen, 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Now I'm just gonna sit at the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm sitting that dock of the bay, wasting time.
Was the laid-back Otis Redding sitting at the dock of the bay. So we're going to go up a bit of a gear now, and this next music is by Khachaturian. And you're probably wondering what on earth Khachaturian's Spartacus ballet music has got to do with the sea. Well, first of all, it's played by the Australian Naval Band. And secondly, it came from the theme music of a series that ran for nearly 8 years on the BBC, starring Peter Gilmore and Anne Shirley-Brass, and it was the Oneida line. That was a theme music from the Oneida line, the very famous BBC TV series that ran for somewhere around 8 years. Now, a lot of the songs that came connected with the sea are shanty songs, and these are working songs to get the sailors to pull all at the same time, so they've got a tremendous beat. And I'd like to finish off the programme today by playing Home Free's medley of sea shanties. You'll probably know some of these.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bowed it down below, my bully boys blow. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da.
A drunken sailor, what will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, put him in the brig until he's sober. Put him in the brig until he's sober. Put him in the brig until he's sober. Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning.
Oh, the wind was foul and the sea ran high. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. She shipped it green and
Santillana, around Cape Horn through the ice and snow, along the plains of Mexico. Well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santillana, heave her up and away we'll go, along the plains of Mexico. So leave her, Johnny, off we'll go. The drunken sailor, wellerman, whaler, bound away for Mexico.
Sea Shanty medley was from the delightful group Home Free. The next song is Sail On Sailor, which is not very well known as a Beach Boy hit, but it's one of my favourites, and it's a pretty laid-back nautical song. Beach Boys, Sail On Sailor.
I sail an ocean, unsettled ocean, through restful waters and deep commotion, often frightened, unenlightened. Sail on, sail on, sailor. I rest the waters, fight Neptune's waters, sail through the sorrow of life's marauders, unrepenting, often empty. Sail on, sailor. Caught like a sewer rat, alone but I sail. Bought like the crust of bread, but oh, do I wail. Seldom stumble, never crumble, try to tumble, minds a rumble. Feel the stinging I've been given, never ending, unrelenting. Heartbreak searing, always fearing, never clearing, persevering. Sail on, sailor. I work the seaways, the gale-swept seaways, past shipwrecked daughters of wicked waters, uninspired, drenched and tired. Wail on, sailor. Always needing, even bleeding, never feeding all my feelings. Damn the thunder, must I blunder? There's no wonder, all I'm under. Stop the crying and the lying and the sighing and my dying. Sail on, sailor. Sail on, sailor. Sail on, sailor. Sail on,
And that brings my programme to an end today. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my choice of maritime and nautical music, and in general music connected with the sea. If you've missed any, or you'd like to listen again, you can find this programme on Manx Radio on demand or as a podcast in the section under Island Life. Please join me for another of these programmes, which will probably be on air towards the end of the year at the beginning of December. Thank you for listening. This is Martyn Perkins signing off, wishing you fair winds and safe sailing.